There are a lot of different workout routines out there, and sometimes it can be difficult to navigate which one you should be doing. So we're going to dive into a lot of the different ones. I'll talk about what I do, and yeah, it's going to be good. So strap in, get ready for episode 173. Let's go.
The future of fitness.
How do you gain muscle mass?
Fitness is not complicated. It's simple when you break it down.
There's so much information out there.
No fads, no diets, just plain simple habits.
You're listening to the Bones to Bulk podcast.
Hey, welcome to today's episode. My name is Brian Parody, and I will be your host today. And before we dive into today's content, if you have not grabbed your free meal plan, please text the word meal to 706-222-7551. You will get a couple confirmation texts, and then you will get a link to the PDF. You can download it to your phone. It is free. You'll also be joined to my text community where I send out a few texts a week and just kind of give you some fitness tips and some kick in the butt motivation. So again, text the word meal to 706-222-7551. With that being said, let's dive in. So when it comes to the different workout routines, there are a lot of different ones. You know, maybe you're doing 3 sets of 10, or maybe you've done 5x5s, or push-pull splits, or full body workouts. Like, there's so many different things out there. How do you know what's the best and how you're going to build the most muscle the fastest? Well, first off, just know that working out is never a bad thing, regardless of what you're doing. So I want to throw that out there. That being said, there are some that are more effective and I think better than others. So let's kind of start off with 3 sets of 10. A lot of people do that one. Just kind of basic, run-of-the-mill, and I think it's good. I think 3 sets of 10 is great. There is one caveat that I would do to make it better, and that is set a range rather than a set number of 10. So for example, maybe 3 sets of 10 to 14. The reason I like giving yourself a range is because some days you're stronger than others. Some days you feel better in the gym than others. So rather than setting a strict number that I'm going to stop at 10, allow yourself the capability of going a little bit longer if you're able to. So, maybe you're feeling good and can get 13. Go for it. So set a range. That would be my caveat to the 3 sets of 10. Next, I want to talk about 5x5s. I know they're super popular, and it's basically where you do 5 sets of 5 reps each. So essentially doing 25 reps in small dosages. I don't really like this one, and the reason being is the time under tension is much reduced. And if you know me, I love time under tension, and I think it's one of the most beneficial things to gaining muscle. So I don't really recommend the 5x5 routine. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't think it's high enough rep range to really get that time under tension in. Next is drop sets. Drop sets are great to throw in once in a while. You start off at your max. So let's say your max bench press is 150, for example. You're going to start off with that weight, and you're going to pump out as many reps as you can until failure. Then you're going to drop down to 140, and you're going to pump out as many reps until failure. And you're not going to rest in between. You're going to go through this really quick, and you're going to keep dropping the weight until you're basically just pressing the bar. And what it's going to do is you're going to be so worn out by the time you get down there that even that's going to feel extremely difficult. So again, I like doing this once in a while just to kind of shake things up, maybe once every couple months. It's not something I would recommend doing on the regular just because A, it's very time intensive because it takes you a long time just to do one exercise, and B, it's tough. It's a lot of strain, and it's probably too much to do on a regular basis. Full body workouts are also pretty popular, and this is kind of another one where, once in a while, sure, do a full body workout, maybe even do a circuit day, 1 day a week, to where you do a lot of different muscle groups in one day. I think that's a good thing to do. But as far as a regular basis doing a full body workout, yes, you're doing different exercises each day, but you're still hitting a lot of the same muscles from day to day. And I just think it can really wear you down in an unhealthy way. So I'm not a huge fan of these on a regular basis. Again, throwing 1 day in a week or once in a while, yeah, sure, go for it. Now to the push-pull split. This is personally what I do, and basically what this boils down to is you do push day, which is your chest, triceps, and shoulders. You do pull day, which is back and biceps, and then you do legs. And you repeat the cycle. You can either take a day off in between the 3 days or take it off at the end. Really doesn't matter because you're breaking up the muscle groups enough. So it would be push-pull legs with 1 day off a week. Now, I change my push-pull a little bit. Usually on push day, you're supposed to do chest, triceps, and shoulders. I only do chest and triceps because if I were to throw in shoulders, I would be in the gym forever, and I'm not about spending a ton of time in the gym every day. So I do chest and triceps, then on pull day I do back and biceps, and then on leg day I also do shoulders. So I do leg and shoulders in the same day. So a little bit of variation than what's typically done with the push-pull routine, but that's how I like to structure it. And then I go right back into it. So, just for example, let's say I start on Monday. I'll do chest and triceps, Tuesdays back and biceps, Wednesdays leg and shoulders, and then I repeat the process. Now, some things you want to kind of keep in mind from the first portion to the latter portion of the week. First off, I do about 7 to 8 exercises each day. So, on Monday, I'll probably do 4 or 5 chest exercises and 3 tricep exercises. Same thing on Tuesday, I'll do 5 bicep exercises and 3 back exercises. And then on leg and shoulder day, I kind of do an even split. So I'll do 4 and 4. Now, what happens when I get to the second portion of the week is rather than doing a higher number of chest than triceps, I'll switch it around. So I'll do 5 tricep exercises and 3 chest exercises and 5 back exercises and 3 bicep exercises. So I'm changing it up from the first portion of the week to the second half of the week, even though I'm still working out the same muscle groups. Now, as far as exercises, they pretty much stay the same. Obviously, there's a couple different ones when I switch it around. I will occasionally swap out just some different exercises. It's more like maybe 1 or 2, but I keep my exercises for the most part the same. And I just like doing it that way. Now, as far as sets and reps, again, I like to change it up. I don't like to do the same thing all the time. So I'll do typically 3 sets and I'll go high reps one week, maybe a little bit lower than next. And then maybe one week here and there, I'll do like really low reps. But for the most part, I keep my reps higher just because I like it, because again, it gets that time under tension up. So I hope this gives you just some ideas. Maybe you feel like you're stuck in a routine or a rut when it comes to your workouts, when it comes to your exercises, and you're like, I don't know what to do. I hear this, I hear that. Again, just remember, like, none of them are bad. We get in the mindset that we're only going to gain muscle if we do one or the other, and that's not really true. You can gain muscle doing any of these routines. It's just more of a matter of which do you feel works you the most? I shared what personally I think works for me the best, and that's usually what I recommend. But again, it doesn't mean that you absolutely have to do that. If you absolutely hate push-pull routines, then don't do it. Because if you hate a routine, you're not going to stick with it. And don't do anything that you're not going to stick with. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to change it up too. We get so in the mindset that, I'm going to pick one of these and I have to do it forever. No, do it for a couple months and then change up to a different routine for a month. Our muscles have memory, so it's always good to be changing things up, to be switching things around, and just trying new things, mixing it up. There's nothing wrong with that, and I think it's really, really important that we do that. Usually I can tell because I feel like, I'm kind of in a rut, and I just feel like I'm going through the motions. Usually that's my warning sign that I need to change something up at the gym. When I'm comfortable and when I feel like I'm going through the motions without really thinking about my routine, that's usually when I know I need to change things up. I need to freshen it up and make myself work a little bit harder. So I hope that helps. I hope it maybe clears up some misinformation or confusion that you've had just about, what to do and figure out a routine that is best for you. All right, with that being said, if you are on any social media platform, please come and find me. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. You can find me everywhere at Bones to Bulk. Drop me a message. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions and anything else you'd want to share. That's what this is all about. Remember, above all else, that no matter what gets thrown your way, what things you're trying to overcome and accomplish, you can hit your goal no matter what. You've got this.